Cheers, everybody. Welcome back to another beer review. And in this beer review, we went to Morrison's to purchase this one. We're off to the Salt Beer Factory. And we have got a double dry hot New England IPA from them. And it is a can of their drip. Clocking in at 7% ABV. There you go. Nice looking can. I do like the artwork. I have to say, it did stick out to me on the shelf in Morrison's. There you go. I shall read the spiel like I usually do. So it's time for you now to fall asleep for about a couple of minutes. It says a cut from a different cloth. We are Salt, named after the pioneering industrialists who built the textile mill village we first called home, which is Saltaire, isn't it? Built on the same progressive values as our hometown, innovation, adventure are woven into the fabric of all that we do. We create great craft beer for everyone and do it our way. It's in our nature. Based in Saltaire, which is a World Heritage Site, if I remember reading at Leeds Airport once, because I had a big thing on Saltaire Leeds Airport. And yeah, I've never been, and I would love to visit because it's not far to go, and I should get on to Mrs. B to take us down there. Drip, one of the juiciest, dankest New England IPAs we've ever created. So they're talking it up now. This beer does what it says on the tin. On the can, it should be. Bad grammar. Dripping with passion fruit. You know what? I'm not going to go into the taste notes, but usually salt beers are named after techniques used in woven fabrics and stuff like that because it's a textile mill. I think this must be the first salt beer I've had which isn't named after any textile techniques. So there you go. That's a boring fact for you. So let's crack it open. It was £3.50 from Morrison's. And let's see. Salt are renowned for having pretty decent beers in supermarkets. Oh, that smells lovely. Juicy. Tropical. There is a hint of dankness there, but it's not too much. And to be honest, it smells really, really nice. I'm looking forward to this. That smells really, really good. Really good. So, what I say, Salt are renowned for having pretty decent beers out there. It's pouring really nice, by the way, in the supermarkets. They're one of the breweries that stick out to me in the supermarkets. Salt and Vocation, for me, are the ones I do take notice of in the supermarkets. You know, your Northern Monks and your Brewdogs, well, that's a different story. But for me, well, if I go into the supermarket and I want a good beer, it's tend to be Salt or Vocation. Anyway, beer in a glass. That could be my famous last words in this review. Beer in a glass, hazy, yes. Carbonation up the middle, thinning, white head. Let's get a whiff. Yeah, you pick up that dankness, but it's not bossing it. It's behind some lemons and passion fruit, pineapple. It smells tropical. It smells decent. It smells juicy. I'm going to go in. Cheers, everyone. As you go in, I'm thinking to myself, 7%. The body of the beer feels quite light. Okay, the flavours are slightly diminished. And it's not enough to hide the alcohol. What am I doing now? It doesn't do enough to hide the alcohol for me. That's the first thing what goes in. Second thing, as you go in, you initially pick up that juicy tropicalness, which is really, really nice. Then you get the bitterness, which isn't too much, to be honest. Then on the right at the back end, the alcohol. You can just pick that warmthness up the alcohol. You can feel it. Um, for me, it's actually not bad. It's not a terrible beer. One of my famous last words in this review: always go for a salt beer if I know it's got in the supermarket for a good one. It's it's not that bad, but it feels like it's cutting corners for me. This beer feels like it's cutting corners, and it feels like it's brewed to a budget because there's elements in that taste where the taste notes feel a little bit muted in a way, and it feels like it could be a heck of a lot better. This beer feels like we're three quarters of the way there, but as far as the hoppy, tasty notes, it's a little bit thwarted. It feels like the wings have been clipped. You know what I mean? It just feels slightly muted. And it's a shame because elements of this beer, when you drink it, are bloody good. Nice, creamy, smooth mouthfeel, for starters. And it smells juicier than what it is. You do initially pick up the juiciness, but it just diminishes. And for me, it's a shame because, it feels like this beer is frustratingly half done in a way. It feels it could be so much better. So, would I buy this one again? I have to say no, I can't. I don't think I would buy it again. There's some nice elements to this beer, believe you me, there is, but it just falls a little bit short, and it just, you can't blame the brewery because if they're getting a pittance for their beers, it depends what the contract is with Morrison's or any other supermarket. It depends what they're getting money wise, and they have to do their calculations and work out how much a can would cost them to produce. So for me, it could have been so much better, but it's not terrible. It just could be, I'm wanting more out of it. Put it that way. Boys and girls, Salt Beer Factory Drip. Tell me if you've had that one. Let us know in the comments. For me, I'm slightly disappointed with it. Thank you so much for watching this one. Look after yourselves. Take it easy. Bib bib.